If you've never been sailing, have you ever wondered if dolphins actually swim in the bow wave? Do they hang around for a long time? Do you get to see any of the details on the animals? If you really want to find out, keep watching and all will be revealed. We're making great progress. Only a couple of hours to go now till we get to the coastline where we're going to stop for the afternoon and the evening and the night. Actually, you can just see the sort of hills popping out of the clouds or the fog bank, and that is where we're going to stop, on that coast there. Ooh, our chili's boiling away. We're having homemade chilli, jacket potatoes and beans. The skipper is chef of the day. He always does the cooking when we're at sea. I stay on watch. He does the cooking. It's rare for it to be the other way around. I get a bit seasick, so I'm much better up on deck. Oh, it's ready. So we just sat down to have lunch. And we sat there and we hear the biggest splash. And we look out and there was a dolphin just jumping off the stern. And typically, because I've got the camera out, I can't spot him. Here we are at anchor. Beautiful porting line. We've got very, very settled conditions. It's actually really hot. We're in the middle of a heat wave. We're going ashore just over here. We think there's a fuel station. We need to get a little bit of fuel in cans just to make sure we can get where we want to go while this high pressure system stays. But what a pretty little place. Never been before. This is our view from the beach when we come ashore. There's our dinghy. You can see the skipper heading towards the dinghy. And our yacht is the 1, 2, 3 masts to the left. And she's sat there, and that's our room for the night with this spectacular beach and view. So we got our fuel. We walked up the street. It was about 10 minutes walk. And we found this SR fuel station. We've even got a laundry behind that van and quite a good cost-cutter shop with lots of stuff in. Quite impressed actually. From Anchorage you can get an awful lot here. We're nearly back. I'm gasping for breath because we're carrying so much. Carrying the fuel, but now it's all downhill and you can see the sea in the background. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but there is a huge fog bank rolling in. So we're trying to get back before the boat gets clouded in fog. We're back on this beautiful day to the boat. The skipper is now topping our tanks up. We managed to get, was it 40 litres?
Yeah, 40 litres.
40 litres of fuel, so very happy with that. Oh, what was that?
I don't know what that was, but I think I'm nearly full.
I think that was the tank going bong.
Bong?
Yeah, sometimes when it fills, it sort of does an expansion thing. Anyway, we're trying to fill our tank, so looking good. It is so hot today. It's marvellous. It looks like the Mediterranean out there. Well, we're up and about. Another beautiful day. The skipper's doing some planning, and we were just looking at our chart. We thought we'd show you where we are and where we're going. So, we're currently in here, part of the Crim Peninsula, I think, fourth incline. We're coming out, down around this headland, giving it quite a wide berth, around this island, Bardsey Island, and then we're coming straight across the bay to Fishguard. So this is where we'll end up tonight. We're going to leave about 11 o'clock. We should get there about 10 o'clock at night. So hopefully just about all in daylight. What do you think, Skipper?
I hate to say it, but fingers crossed. That's, you know, we do tend to rely an awful lot on...
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Outside, just gorgeous. We're out in the most fabulous spot. I just can't get over this anchorage. So good. So good. Here we are. Quite a few more boats turned up last night. See it again. We've sat out here this morning and had our breakfast. Looking at this amazing view. Just gorgeous. It's so still today. Can't go wrong. There is literally no wind. Look at this sea. It's like glass. It's so smooth. Here's the end of the Crim Peninsula. It is just glassy smooth. It's hot. Loving a bit of warmth. Even the cockpit is bathed in the sun. Skipper's gone in search of sun cream. Never happens. We are. I'm covered. Absolutely covered. I burn like a lobster, so I can't understand why he leaves it so long. But he doesn't really. He just goes a lovely olivey brown.
Well, I don't know where they've gone now. We had a pod of dolphins just off the bow as we approached Bardsey, but they've gone under. There they are, just lazily coming to the surface. Always lovely to see them. I think they must be feeding because they're not sort of doing what they normally do, is they come and play in the bow wave. We're just going past Bardsey Island, which is I think a privately owned island, but you can go ashore if you ask. I think there used to be a monastery on it. There was certainly a school. We're picking up a lot of tide because it's almost spring, so I think spring's tomorrow. So we're currently doing 9.3 knots just on the engine. There's very little wind. We're just picking up a bit of southerly, which we don't really want. But we're still keeping a good speed. We want to get down to Fishguard in daylight, so I'm taking as much tide as I can. We've had a lot of lovely wildlife because it's been very flat. So we've seen porpoises and a harbour porpoise, we think, or it might have been a whale, a different type of whale.
They weren't a porpoise, they were dolphins.
No, I think there were porpoises with the dolphins. They were very slow, lazy sort of arcs, whereas dolphins tend to be much quicker. And a seal, a lovely big fat well-fed seal. And we're still doing 9.3, so I'm very happy.
Well, the sky is still blue, and the weather forecast for tomorrow is still looking good, so we're going to make some further progress south. Skipper is checking tomorrow's passage plan whilst on this passage. That doesn't happen very often because we don't normally get to make so many passages in one go. So we're celebrating. We should be having tea very soon. 60 miles later, we're almost in. There are 4 boats already here on anchor. We just need to find a spot, and then we will be 2. Looking forward to a good night's sleep. But it is a really beautiful evening. Look at that. We've done it, we're in. We averaged, what was it, 6.2 knots all the way here. So that was a pretty good day, really. Very pleased with that. We're in Fishguard. That's a little Fishguard harbour behind us. Tomorrow's plan is to get up and leave quite early. I think we're going at 6:30, is that right?
Yeah, 6,
6, 6:30. We're going to set off and make our way around the headland, St David's Head, and we're going to go through Ramsey Sound and Jack Sound and make our way to Dale. We've arrived in the dock at Ilford Haven. We decided not to go to Dale because there was a southeasterly wind blowing in there, really strong, which we hadn't expected, wasn't in the forecast, which would make it untenable. So we've come in the lock to Milford Haven, only it's low water. So this is being caused by us having to be raised the full height to allow us into the marina.